Greg, Sowena Property, and here we are on day 12. So this is the 12th Sowena tip of Christmas 2020. And today I'm really excited about talking about our property predictions for 2021. And I'm going to start by saying noise. What a year. Do you know, we started with Brexit. Do you know, we thought we got across Brexit, and then all of a sudden COVID hit, and COVID has smashed the economy. There is absolutely no doubt. And do you know, when we're looking at predictions for 2021 with the housing market, we've got to look at the impact of what COVID's had this year. Now, out of the noise, there's lots of depression, there's massive crash my thoughts. And I found a guy called Peter Jones, who I really do value his opinion, because one, he's very, very open, and two, he's very honest. And he spoke about a guy called John Maynard Keynes, who was a world famous economist. And John Maynard was famous for saying, or one of the things he said was, when the facts change, I change my mind. And it's so important to be able to follow things. You look at the government intervention to try and avoid the issues this year. We've got business grants, government intervention loans, a furlough scheme which has been extended till March 21. They've got 0% stamp duty, which is until 31st of March. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they're going to extend this, because that's going to have a massive impact. I actually looked at a study suggesting that the government would make money if they kept the stamp duty, extended that stamp duty holiday. The Bank of England has pumped around £150 billion in this November. And of course, we've had the 95% return mortgages, first-time buyers mortgages, which Boris was supporting. However, even with that, Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, in his last public spending review, said the economy is in dire straits and it's broken and damaged in certain areas beyond repair. It's the worst in 300 years, with potential anticipated unemployment of 7.6% and the GDP dropping by 11%. Now, we've got the vaccine coming in, which is something else which will affect things, but we don't know how effective that is. We've got areas in tier 4, we've got potential lockdown after Christmas, and we don't know anything about this new COVID strain, which is really quite frightening, especially for our older generation. But anyway, how does that affect what we think is going to happen in 2021 and beyond? Now, one of the things was, I mentioned Peter Jones and also Savills 5-year forecast. Now, Savills is a top-end estate agent, and they've actually done a forecast across the country and broken down the country into different areas. And in 2021, they're suggesting a 0% rise, 0% decrease. They're not forecasting a massive drop. Over the next 5 years, they're suggesting that property will go up over 20% across the country. Now, that's something that I believe, and that's what we are basing our investment on. There is room for correction in the market, but we don't believe it's coming. We agree with what Savills is saying. Now, this is our opinion. It's going to slow down, and I agree it may stop in 2021. But after 2021, currently, I believe that there are enough interventions in place to keep the economy going. No boom, but also no crash. As long as borrowing and we are able to access finance, which is down to the banks, and I think we'll get the right political encouragement from the Chancellor, and the government intervention continues, there's no reason that we cannot continue without a massive crash. Now, that's Sowena's views, that's my views as Jeremy Grigg, but as we started, as John Maynard Keynes says, when the facts change, I change my mind, and I do reserve the opportunity to change my mind as and when things change. Hope that helps. That's 12 days of Sowena tips. We look forward to catching up with you guys again in the new year. Thank you so much for listening. You take care. God bless.